Good morning, Asher. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing really well. How about you?
You know, I have been waiting to talk with you again and the reason why is because one of the things that, on this side of the microphone is that when we talk that third week into the show, I get to watch your numbers when it comes to analytics, and you have been so solid that in my heart, I kept telling my wife, Asher's going to win this thing. I can tell just by the way that people are attracted to the conversation that we had.
Wow. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy, but it's so fascinating, and I'm sure you're this way as well. It's fascinating to watch humans grow because of the art that God gave you.
Absolutely. I think it has been so astounding for me to even just sit back and witness all that has happened. I think when I talked to you, I was in maybe battles, or I had just got done with battles.
Yes.
And I was still in self-discovery. I was excited to be on the show. I was excited to have won my battle, but I really wasn't sure if of how far I would go. And to be sitting here now is definitely a mind-blowing experience.
Was it tougher to do the blind auditions versus where you stand right now? Because it's almost like, and we've read about this so many times in the Bible where you're standing on top of a hill and someone says, this is yours. Do what you need to do to make it grow.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the hardest part of any journey is starting, it's actually showing up. Prior to showing up, there's so many obstacles that you can see, or not even see, but that we make up for ourselves that kind of scares us or create fear that causes us to run away. And so even though I was standing on that stage for the blind audition, knowing that I had something really special, I was really afraid. I was scared. I was very unoptimistic if anything could be worth it or even come out of it. Of course, when Chance turned within about 7 seconds of me singing, and the producers told us before going out, all you need is one chair. If you have one chair, you're on the show. And so when he turned, that popped in my mind. I got one chair, I'm on the show. And then the chairs just kept turning. And then Reba turned, and I knew in that moment that my destiny had started because I kind of manifested her. I loved her. I've loved her for years. I've watched her show. I know a lot of her music. I would turn her country songs soulful. Mm-hmm. And so, for sure.
God, I would love to hear that. You doing an album of Reba's music done with soul. Oh my God, that would be such an experience.
Absolutely.
So when you work with someone like Reba, and she's got that authentic Southern accent, to me, that's just a blessing to be in that moment, because she has a way of using words that get inside you, and it starts to really bring something out of you.
Yeah, absolutely. When I say authentic, I mean authentic.
Yeah.
Reba is one of the most realest people I've ever met. Her ability to connect with anyone is breathtaking. We was doing an interview, her and I, right before my final performance. And I told her, I said, I've watched you perform in arenas and stadiums, and you've made people feel exactly what you wanted them to feel in the very front and the nosebleed of the stadium. And for me to be able to sit by you or stand in front of you, and you give me one-on-one advice is priceless. That can't be bought. It can't be purchased. It can only be, dreamed. And for me, it came true.
Yeah. Wow. Asher, I got to tell you that when I first got into radio, there was no Reba McEntire. And when Lonnie Bell at Coin Radio came to me with her first 45, he says, this girl's going to change the future of country music. And now you look at what she has done and how she is sharing that love for music with someone like yourself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But you know what? Reba is such an icon. I just feel like she really like transcends over all genres.
Yeah.
There's so many people that love Reba McEntire because she's so eclectic in who she is. She's an actress.
Yep.
She's an entrepreneur. She's, our song that we did, our duet. Of course, she sung with Josh, and their performance was absolutely breathtaking. I love Josh. A huge shout out to Josh. I love that guy live. And I saw them on stage, and I was a fan. But then when it was our turn to sing, she jumped into character. And it kind of threw me because, she was in character about the woman that she was singing about. And I just thought we was going to give this, like really cute, standing next to each other performance. Man, I felt like I was on a Reba McEntire show. So I had to jump into character too. But that just showed exactly who she are and how eclectic she is.
Does that inspire you to want to get into acting as well? Because now that you've been bitten by that bug and it was standing right there in front of you, my God.
Oh my God, I have been burned by the dragon, talking about bit by a bug. I've absolutely loved acting since I was younger. I've been in numerous plays from Selma, Alabama, even to New York. But I never thought that it could actually be a reality until I kind of won the show. And I'm like, wait, anything is possible.
That's right.
Anything is truly possible. So yeah, I definitely think there is some acting in my future for sure.
Do other superstars from other singing shows reach out to you now? I mean, I would love for Carrie Underwood to talk with you. I would love for Jennifer Hudson to spend some time with you. Oh, and even Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah, speaking of Kelly Clarkson, our interview comes on today. I'm excited about that. Yeah, just you have to check your local listings. I don't know like the exact
4 o'clock in my time, buddy. 4 o'clock on my clock.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty freaking amazing. She is so awesome. There has been quite a few people that have reached out to me, quite a few celebrities. And, I'm always starstruck. And seemingly they're starstruck by me. And I'm just like, I think you're a bigger star, like I am very starstruck. So from American Idol, even past winners, from The Voice, people that I just absolutely loved, like season 23 winner, Gina Miles.
Yeah.
I just felt like she was so like soft-spoken and so humble. And so am I. And then I'm a lion on stage, but off stage, I'm just like a really cute puppy, I kind of felt the same about Gina Miles. And so when she performed for the finale, and also like Money Long, just so many celebrities that I really got a chance to meet in that moment that actually showed me so much love.
Wow. Don't you think that you winning is in the perfect moment of music? Because right now we need a Luther. We need a Billy Ocean. We need a Stevie Wonder right now that's going to give us some soul. That's going to give us that music that just stays with us for a very long time. You know what?
That is a beautiful thing to say. I believe, and I've always believed this for quite some time, that I was the type of artist that could transcend time with music like Luther Vandross or like Diana Ross like Dionne Warwick or Whitney Houston, or Patti LaBelle, just so many of the greats that just had something on the inside of them that generations can still sing and listen to. And with that being said, I'm so excited to get in the studio and start working on this music and really give my heart, and even touring as well. We're working on some tours right now, a tour right now. I just want to get in front of so many people that that loved me and supported me in this entire process, and give them exactly what I gave on the show.
I am so glad that you brought up a tour, because in my notes, and it's in a little box on its own, and it says, do not ask this question because you probably can't tell, but it says, is it too early to ask about a tour? And you went right there. Oh my God, you must be reading my notes.
I'm reading your notes right now. Yeah, we are in the planning stage. I feel like it's time to work now. The voice, the voice was the launching pad into my destiny, I feel, and now that I've arrived at the door, it's up to me to go in and fill the room that has been given to me, you know, and I feel very strong about that. So I'm excited about it all.
Just a couple of seconds ago, you brought up the name Dionne Warwick, and right away my heart said, the way you speak is exactly how she speaks. I've been with her several times, and there is a peace and there's a spiritualness about the way that you share your stories. I'm going, my God, he does have some Dionne Warwick inside those vocals.
I love Dionne Warwick,
Me too.
But honestly, I just feel like the greatest thing that I could have ever done for myself was fall in love with the deepest parts of myself.
Yeah.
I was so afraid to get to know me or even the God inside of me. I've always walked under everyone else's identity of me, and that has caused me to be lost in so many ways. But now, not only did I, win season 25 of The Voice, but I wanted being the most authentic version of myself. And that makes me so excited. I wasn't no one else on that stage. Even though there were people that was telling me, oh, you're wearing too much makeup. Oh, your outfits is too over the top. Oh, you should tone it down. Yeah. Exactly how I wanted to show up that represented the inner parts of me the most is how I did it. And I believe that it paid off.
Wow. Asher, I'll tell you what, I totally understand that, because in radio, we are constantly and endlessly being told what to do, what to say, how to perform it. And then for you to discover yourself at such an early age, where the rest of us had to wait 36 and 40 years to even find ourselves. I mean, I'm so proud of you for bringing that up, because that tells a listener, be you. Be you at all times.
Absolutely. It is so important. It is so important to be you at all times. You'll appreciate the outcome even more, because you don't have to share your success with the 13 people that you're sharing you with.
Yeah.
I get to bask in everything that has happened by being my fullest self.
Yeah. Asher, will you be the first one that will team up with somebody to do a duet? Because we have all of this great talent that's coming, 25 seasons from NBC's The Voice, and I've not seen anybody team up. And it's like, this is the perfect campground for something very magical to take place.
Absolutely. There are a couple of people on my radar. They're on my radar, and you just may get that. You just may get that. I think right now, the universe is just so much space and opportunity for so much to happen, and we're going to see. We're definitely going to see.
Yeah, because look at what happened to One Direction. Yes, they were 4 individuals that happened to become a team. Well, I believe the Beatles were the same exact way. They were 4 individual people that happened to create a team.
Yeah. You never know. It may be rock, country, neo soul, and then soul, and we may be the next new direction, or old direction. I don't know, but we'll see what happens.
Well, let me ask you this: when you sang the song from Boys to Men, did you feel inside your heart it's like, "Woo, I'm walking on sacred territory here. I need to make this my own, but I don't need to really interrupt somebody else's passion"?
When I was singing Boys to Men, I was feeling sexy. So, I don't know if I was like thinking about other territory. I was just thinking about, I'm looking like something from Coming to America. I am telling the story, and I never infringe on the original anything, because I know that when I show up, I bring my own flair, my own style. So it's my interpretation of a beautiful story that has already been written and told. I'm just coming to tell the story, but just from my perspective.
Yeah.
And so, they had me walking on clouds, had me a good old nice fur on my shoulder and some tigers on my shoulder. I just felt like I'm ready to make love. That's what I was thinking. And then when it was over, I was like, and now I'm ready to go to bed. So That's how that was.
I could totally see your live performance that you are going to bring a real show, like with Taylor Swift with Era, in the way that is a real show with all the dancers, with all the lights, all the spectacular things. I just feel that you're going to be that kind of a guy.
You know what? The Voice allowed me to be so creative, and I must give a shout out to Hi Hat and also the entire wardrobe department on The Voice. They made everything I had on because my mind was just too far out of the box, and so they came together and they made that. And then Hi Hat, she built all those amazing sets. But this one little lady, and she's about 4'6" in stature. All of my cakes that I made and over the top of performances, she was Prince's personal stylist as well as Michael Jackson's. And so it wasn't weird that I would ask for these things and she would create them in less than 8 hours, and when she told me that, she was like, yes, I styled Prince for years on his tours, and I made most of his outfits and the ruffles. And so for my irreplaceable outfit, when I did the Beyonce song, that was a beautiful creation that was made by her, but styled by Erin, which is on the Voice wardrobe. And so, yeah, you can definitely look for lights and dancers and incredible background singers. And just the theatrics of why people want to come to a show.
Yeah. I can see you doing a fashion line.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. Everybody's about to be just walking down the street with cakes on.
But you wear it all so well.
Thank you. I absolutely love fashion for sure.
Yeah. How do you plan out the offense and defense that gains you that win on NBC's The Voice?
My coach.
Really?
My coach. If you have a great coach, they will always lead you to victory. And so my offense and defense was planned greatly by a great coach. She knew her plays, and she knew how to play, and she knew what it took for me to play well. And so I have to just give thanks to Reba McEntire. Mm-hmm. I listened to her. I consider myself a student of the universe and the world and all things that is. I love learning. I love new information. And when I'm before an icon, where I get to soak in all this information, I have a really big voice. And Reba knew and understood that. And she was like, I wouldn't give them all that. Like I would just be sprinkling this and sprinkling that. And then at the very end, you just take them to Mars. It was little things like that, which was my training ground, training for me. Because it was so hard and I had to go back to that hotel and learn that. And I only had days to do so.
One of the greatest things about Reba McEntire is that we always heard the stories that after a performance, she would sit on the edge of the stage and greet her fans. Will you do something like that as well?
Absolutely. I wanted to do it on The Voice, but I definitely think there would be many meet and greets. Yeah. There would be tons of me taking pictures and just having meaningful conversations. I want, my fans and followers to share their hearts with me because it means more than you buying a shirt or an album.
Yep.
It means more to me when something I've said or done have impacted you and I get to hear it. That's legacy. I don't think legacy is property or grounds or houses, but every person that you touched, when I no longer exist in this realm of living, something I've said or music I've put out will forever live on. And so to get a chance to hear that while I'm here, that means more to me than everything.
Are you protecting your voice from AI technology? Because we've learned now through Scarlett Johansson and other actors how their voices are being stolen. And I want to know that you're protecting your voice and that we are not going to hear a fake Asher.
I hope not. I hope not. Now, I have to be honest. I love artificial intelligence because I love information.
Yep.
I love how quick it can come, but that scares me. That scares me because I have been seeing, like Oprah Winfrey at conferences, but it's not Oprah. It's just her voice, and they get to put in what they want. But you know what? AI can't give you this heart and soul that I can. So, it's gonna be a battle. We're gonna see who can hit the highest notes.
I love your heart.
I'm sure AI may win, but whatever.
Asher, you got to come back to this show anytime in the future. The door is always going to be open for you.
Thank you so much. I look forward to talking to you soon.
Well, you be brilliant today, okay?
I will. You too.
Thank you.
Thank you.